Boxing King, Media and Association with Boxer Eddie Hearn. Eddie, I want to first of all talk about Richard Hitchens.
Yeah.
Is he a fighter that you're looking to build as the next USA star?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, he's 15-0. He's a former Olympian. He's out of that school of, those great fighters like Boots Ennis and Shakur Stevenson and Devin and Tank and those guys. He's got a very tough fight tomorrow night. He's in with a guy who's 17-0. With a huge Puerto Rican support as well at the same time. But Richardson can really fight. If he can be exciting, and I think he can be against Bowser, I think he's going to be a star.
Looking down the card, which fight do you think we're more likely to potentially see an upset? Because the bookies have got the home fighters quite big favourites.
Yeah, every fight is really competitive. You go for like Erica Cruz is no mug. You think that Serrano can win that fight. And even Mekhaled, who is a big outsider, can really fight. Super, super tough. Bowser's a live dog in that fight. Riviera's got a big step up against the kid who won on our card recently. He was supposed to fight Jesse Rodriguez, that guy. Sky Nicholson's got a tough fight. Ramla Ali's got a tough fight. Shadacia Green against Cederos is an absolute war. Harley Medeiros is fighting the guy who dropped Mark Castro. That's a great fight. Aaron Aponte's got a great fight as well. So every fight is super competitive tomorrow night, and I promise you, someone from the away corner will win tomorrow night. You have to decide or tune in which one that will be.
Which one do you not want it to be? I'm guessing you don't want it to be Richard Hitchens, do you?
No, but it's weird because obviously we represent Erica Cruz. If Cruz wins, there's no Taylor Serrano too. So it's like we're a little bit conflicted in that situation. But look, I wish everyone the best, and I think we'll get a great night of boxing.
The stuff you said about Katie Taylor and the Croke Park, is there any chance that the Irish government may help you out with the funding for that venue, do you think, or is that completely out there?
Yeah, I think it's unlikely for May. We got to move forward. We see what happens on Saturday night first, but we can keep working on the stadium. I just don't want to lose the opportunity to take Katie to Ireland. 3 Arena, Croke Park, Aviva, Cork, wherever it is, we must take her there for her next fight. So the 3 Arena is unbelievable, by the way. I know it's 10,000, but ultimately we want to create an event in Ireland for Katie Taylor. And the government sort of carefully said, no, our cost is actually a little bit more than Wembley. I'm not talking about the rental costs. I'm talking about the costs to stage the event there that you've told us we have to spend is 3 times more than Wembley Stadium. And we can't make it work. So I'm not blaming them. It is what it is. But, it's something we've got to work on. They've got a rugby event around the same time. So we have a problem with, obviously, driving tourism to give them value. No problem. We'll look for September and we'll make a stadium fight happen.
A couple of other subjects, thank you for that. Benn, Pacquiao, you named Manny Pacquiao, and I spoke to Adam Booth a couple of weeks ago, and he feels you clickbait in the name. He's 44 years old. Is there genuinely a chance of Manny Pacquiao versus Conor Benn? Have you spoken to anyone from Manny's team?
I mean, maybe I'm clickbaiting. Maybe watch this space. I would not be surprised to see Conor Benn fight Manny Pacquiao next. But it's not signed. There's been a couple of discussions, minor discussions. But obviously the key for us is to work on the WBC ruling.
Interesting. And if the WBC clear Conor, do you still have to go to the British Boxing Board, or they have to just be governed by whatever the WBC say?
No, ultimately it depends on the ruling on the test and from VADA. He doesn't have a British Boxing Board of Control licence, so there's no ruling on Conor Benn from the board. But we want to fight in the UK. So his choice would be to apply for a British Boxing Board of Control licence or to get licensed elsewhere and apply to fight in the UK, which many British fighters do, by the way. No one actually mentions. So we'll see.
A couple of quick ones. Lawrence Okolie apparently has given up his UK residency, and I'm assuming it's for tax benefits in the UAE. Would you recommend that to any of the young fighters coming up? Is that a good idea?
It's a very cloudy situation, and the advice you get regarding tax benefits and tax-free living sometimes not the correct advice you get at all. I have no idea what Lawrence is doing. I know he spends a lot of time in Dubai, and I'm sure he'll get the right advice to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes.
Next Dubai show?
Sorry?
Next Dubai show for Macho?
We've not done a show in Dubai, but Abu Dhabi should be end of May, early June.
Eddie Hearn, thank you for your time.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.